Alright lads, so today we are jumping into the very hard difficulty of guild quests because today we have our first edition of the ranged human guild quests. And with that, it does give us a finally opportunity to showcase TENJIRO at his best performance because he is a guild quest normal attack damage unit. This guild quest in particular is going to be quite difficult, more so due to the lack of options. That's really about it. When it comes to your good leads, most people, as you can see here, opting to use in Quincy Ichigo, and he is going to be your best manually played character. Funny enough, and it does make perfect sense, people are using someone like Grammy, more so just for the crowd control, debuff, and also boost. Because other than Quincy Ichigo, no one else is going to be a really good lead. You can get away using characters like Kiryu, Baogo, and Asushi, but like they're not really that great as leads, right? They're going to be very inconsistent, and I guess only use them if they are your best option. When it comes to auto-played characters, similarly to the played character section, there's just not many good characters here. Like, the only good character you can use as a side is going to be the newly released TENJIRO, and if you didn't pull for him, well, now you have access to no normal attack damage characters. So unfortunate as it is, this guild quest phase is just super restrictive. Obviously, as time goes by, it will become a lot easier. We'll get more characters, but we are kind of in a situation right now where this GQ just started. There's not that many characters, so it is going to be a tad bit difficult, but over time, it will become easier the more characters we do get. But TENJIRO is going to be your best normal attack damage character, and then you can get away using other characters like Kiryu, maybe even Shinji, and of course also Orihime. And that's exactly what we are going to be using for today's video, showcasing this particular team right here, which is going to obviously perform relatively well. If you have TENJIRO and also Quincy Ichigo, you're pretty much guaranteed to beat him. So in regards to Quincy Ichigo, we are going to be using a Fortification Pill, a Kamari, and also Human Killer Sticker, with Recharge, Strong Attack Damage, Full Stamina Damage, the standard stuff, right? Your best links possible. The character itself is max transcended, but we will do a run where we remove his transcendence. And Ichigo is going to be really good here because he does have a high damage output, Frenzy +2, 80% SP boost, and at least against the speed enemy, which will be the final boss, we do have an increased chance, so very likely we might one-shot that final boss. Our second character, the main MVP for this particular guild quest, is going to be TENJIRO. While it is unfortunate how he does play outside of guild quest content is going to be his bread and bar, because you'll see here, he has Flurry +2. He gets more range damage, more killer effects. He is the team booster, so he's giving everyone a 43% attack, focus, and defense increase. He's immune to freeze. That's quite noteworthy, given that most of the characters you are using here won't be immune to freeze. And what's really cool about TENJIRO is that he does give Soipers a 30% damage increase to any enemy that is inflicted with his status element, and that could have been good for Quincy Ichigo, because Ichigo is a Soiper, but obviously this Ichigo in particular is a no affiliation character. So unfortunate as it is, right now the best lead doesn't even get the benefits from TENJIRO's buff. So kind of hoping in the future we get a new lead that is a Soiper. That way TENJIRO can make the character even better. Now in regards to TENJIRO's build, we are going with Golden Chappie, and also Hollow Bait. Level 10 attack with full stamina and attacker's bonus abilities. And in this case, I'm choosing to make him my main DPS, because again, there's no other good normal attack damage unit. So what I chose to do instead is Orihime. And in her case, she's going to be the team booster. She is going to have the recharge. And while yes, he can also boost our team, I also want him to do normal attack damage. So with that, we're going with 2 normal attack damage soul traits and also some extra full stamina. With Orihime, we're just going to go full recharge. Although to be fair, let's make sure to put in the Mugetsu soul trait to get that extra 20% strong attack damage. Now, it's worth mentioning, right now, again, it's been present for like the last month or two. There is a bug. I'm surprised it hasn't been fixed. But if you have 2 boosts active at the same time, you'll get stuck on the quest clear screen. So likely when we beat this quest, you're going to see that we have to reset the app. It's kind of a misconception right now that it is a bug with EX attacks. It's not. It's only when 2 buffs are active. So me using TENJIRO and also Orihime, 2 characters have a boost SA2, it's pretty much guaranteed the game is going to crash right at the end. We'll still get our score, but we're going to have to reset the app. So let's see how it does go. And also, I didn't mention it, but one other reason why I do want to use someone like Orihime is to get that immunity. Because right now, you know, we can get inflicted with stars. Let's sit back here. SA2. Damage is looking good. Might as well soul bomb here. And then SA1. Let TENJIRO finish up. Of course, he's going to do a lot of damage too. Then we can SA3. SA1. Into the 2. TENJIRO finishes up there. Unfortunately, no extra strong attacks to continue up there. Let's just make sure we stand in the middle. SA2, and then 3. And for our very first attempt, we got a 39-second remaining, which is obviously pretty good. We can get faster than that. That wasn't like the best run. That was my first attempt, though. I'm not really sure what the exact layout is for the attacks that I want to use here. But that's the big thing that you are going to see when you have TENJIRO in your team, right? Is that when you do use your strong attacks and you are waiting for your strong attacks to recover with Ichigo, since you can't attack, you're kind of just sitting there open. You can't really progress the next wave. Well, that's where TENJIRO comes in. He is doing his damage, and it looks like he was doing quite a bit of damage. So I feel like opening this quest with my SA3 might be the play here. Let's just SA1 if we possibly can, because we really need to get an SP boost, right? Luckily we did there, but now we don't really have a strong attack to follow up. I mean, I guess we can apply weakening or just hope TENJIRO does his damage. There's one enemy left alive. There was a few little mini-mobs there that were kind of ruining the run a tad bit. Let's SA3 into the 2. 2 strong attacks there. That's good to see. Let's Soul Bomb into the 1. I think I might have missed Tsukishima there. How much damage is... he's doing a good amount of damage. He has a fast normal attack string too, so he makes quick work of that boss. It looks like very consistent 38-second remaining, which obviously is pretty good, but considering that we are using a max transcended Quincy Ichigo, we could likely maybe shoot for like 45, maybe even close to 50, but that'll be very awkward. Let's try again and see if we can potentially get a tad bit faster. If we get a good run, I'm going to then make sure that my next run is going to be with a 1-5 Ichigo, only level 10 SP. So luckily for us, the first boss is a power character. That does us a lot of favors. Let's hopefully get a status summon here. No status summon. That's the problem with this character, right? Not consistent whatsoever. Because right now we're on our third boss. And only now started to flick status summons, right? Into Tsukishima. Let's use the SA1. If anything, it might be good to combo the SA1 into SA2 or 3. That way, you can have your best chance to flick the status summon. So yeah, we killed Kugo very quick there. Not happy with the run though. Let's try that once more. Alright then, so let's see how this one can potentially go. So let's start off with the SA2. We did get a status summon, but not on Shads. Getting good damage from TENJIRO, but unfortunately got inflicted with status summon. That kind of sucks. Luckily though, inflicted a status summon there. That was actually really good. Bro, I'm using Aaroniero for a reason. Can you stand in the fields? Like, we're doing really good on our strong attack damage here, but damn. We're getting really lucky, but super unfortunate that I'm getting inflicted with status summon. Again, come on. Oh my god. And look at that. We almost basically one-shot. That would have been a really good run had we just not been inflicted with status summon. Already, mate, we're using you for a reason. Alrighty, so here we go. SA2. SA1. It's a bit awkward with these enemies, it really is. And we got frozen again, but we recovered. Good damage there considering we didn't inflict the status summon. Let's SA1 instead. Let TENJIRO finish up. Good damage there. SA3. Into the 1. Oh, beautiful. Let's back up. SA2. 1. 41 seconds. A tad bit faster there, but unfortunately some leftover mobs. That's like the most awkward part, and why I knew it would be kind of annoying when using Ichigo, is that there's just... he doesn't have a good strong attack kit, right? His SA1 and 2 are very linear. The only attack that can take out multiple or all the enemies there is that SA3, so it's very awkward. In that case, 39, not even our best run. I want to do one more run and try and go for a 40, then we'll change up the team, try some different characters. I guess it's worth mentioning too, when TENJIRO inflicts a status, that's really good for himself, right? And it mostly just allows him to do more damage. And hopefully in this case we can inflict a status with the SA3. Look at that. When we got the 40, I'll reset my own time and try and go for a 45 because I think that's definitely possible with this team. Surprisingly though, we're not getting the bugs. We're not getting the bug where the screen glitches out in the end. But I guess we'll take a 14. Now let's change the team. This time, I guess the team will stay the exact same, but we're going to remove the transcendence. We got a 40-second clear time, so it's expected if I was using a 1 out of 5 points to go, we would still clear relatively easy. TENJIRO is doing a lot of the carrying here. But let's see how it does go. So here we go. We're removing Ichigo's transcendence slots. So basically, he only has level 10 SP. So let's see what our clear time is going to look like. I would assume around 20 seconds remaining is probably going to be a good number for him. That's SA1. I guess in this case, we just have to like spam all the strong attacks that we can. There we go. Let's back it up. Use our SA2. Good damage there. SA1. That was good position right there. Not too bad. SA3 while the SP boost is still active. Really good. To be fair, this looks better than my main account. Or when we had a max transcended one. At least the positioning and format of how we're doing our attacks here felt really good. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Hello? It's like, really? So there you have it. I mean, we just basically got like the same exact playtime when we removed our transcendence. The placement was there. So it looks like I was plumbing with my max transcendent Ichigo. You can definitely probably shoot for like 45 seconds remaining. But it looks like a 1-5 Ichigo. It's still possible of getting a somewhat high score upwards to 39 seconds remaining. With that said though, now let's go ahead and change our character. Let's change our keys, because not everyone's going to have Tenjiro, right? Not everyone's going to have Tenjiro. And in that case, what you want to do next is just rely on raw DPS and just kind of hope to brute force your way through it. So the way I'm going to do that is use Aizen, because even though he doesn't have Killer here, he is a ranged character. He still can inflict weakening. He can still do some damage. So he's 2 out of 5, level 10 attack, level 10 focus, full stamina, and also attack, semi-attack accessories. And right now, let's look at this team when we're only using one character that can actually properly deal damage. I mean, considering we had 40 seconds remaining, I think we'd be relatively fine. So let's SA2, push back with the 1, then combo with the 3. There we go. I guess the no superpower here would be when we're on cooldown, but you can see Aizen still does a lot of damage, right? Got a status block there, that's not too bad. Matazo 3. And Aizen does give us barriers too. Make sure we just spam all the strong attacks that we can. So bomb into the 1. Gauge is active on Aizen. There we go. 40 seconds remaining onto the 4th boss. Looking good on time. No strong attacks available. That kind of sucks a tad bit, but we do have that immunity at the very least. Can I just spam my attacks? I didn't actually know where the boss was there. When you get a status block here. If Aizen does inflict status damage, it's not too bad because it's just weakening. It wears off relatively quick. Super slow on Tsukishima, but that's fine. We don't really need much time on that final boss because we're pretty much guaranteed to inflict a status summon. So here we go. SA3. I say that and I can't inflict a status summon, but there we go. SA2. Back it up. SA1. Gonna come down to the last second here. SA1. There we go. I feel like you can definitely get faster than that. We just kind of got unlucky, but for first attempt, we weren't able to beat it. There you go. There's the bug. It was only about... There you go, though. There's the bug. But at the very least, if you have Quincy Ichigo, you should be relatively fine on beating at least very hard. Not a fast score, but beat it nonetheless. We got 1 second remaining, but I definitely feel like you can do that a lot easier, a lot faster. Again, I got unlucky on the status on the 4th boss. We wasted like 20 seconds there. For our next team, and this might be a quite... For our next team, and this might be quite the crazy hypothetical, if anyone does fit in this, let me know. Let's say, hypothetically, you do not have a good lead. You don't own Quincy Ichigo, but you somehow have Tenjiro and also Gremmy. Let's say, for example, you maybe started during the 9th anniversary. Well, in this case, we're going to be using this particular team. And then again, Gremmy's replaceable with any other character with a Tracking Vortex. We're just going to use Gremmy because he's the best Tracking Vortex character in the game. But this is the exact same... But this team here, using the exact same accessories and also setup, no difference. This time though, we're going with Gremmy, same exact builds, only level 10 SP, so performing like a 1 out of 5 character with full stamina and also weakened defense. Since he's not there to do damage, you might as well give him weakened defense, so when you do use your Soul Bomb, you're doing 60% more damage instead of just 30%. That will therefore allow Tenjiro to do more damage. And the general idea with this team is just to spam the Tracking Vortex, right? So here we go. Let's SA1 forward, then SA2. And I guess, you know, we can clean up these mini-modes, that'd be better. But here we go. And I guess it does work in our favor too, because we can likely inflict a status summon, right? And now give Tenjiro more damage. Yeah, look at Tenjiro brute force his way through this. Let's show him now. I guess that wasn't the best thing to do there. Crazy damage on Tenjiro, like 1.2 million. Let's SA2. I mean, clear time's looking good. One was looking better than our 1 out of 5 Ichigo run. Let's SA... Oh, let's use our EX attack now. Let's get a buff and debuff. 31 seconds remaining. Let's pause it there. I think we can actually get faster than 30 seconds remaining. I wonder if a 5-5 Gremmy would unironically be better than Quincy Ichigo, just for the status perks, right? Because that will allow Tenjiro to do most of the work. So, we inflated a status zone, and I guess we don't need to use our EX attack. Finally now, then again, it took quite a while for Tenjiro to do damage there. Let's SA2. Look at that damage on Tenjiro. Insane. Bit slowed down on that enemy there. Let's SA3. Woo! That is really good. Here we go. Let's Soul Bomb now. SA1, make sure everyone's... Try to make sure everyone's down. I guess, could have used my SA2 there. That's not too bad. And then going into Kugo, we're pretty much guaranteed to take the status summon. EX attack. Looks like for the most part 30 seconds remaining, which is still actually really good. So there you go. If you do fit in this category where you don't have a good lead, Quincy Ichigo, Gremmy's a good lead, and you can use him alongside Tenjiro, right, to get a respectable clear time. 30 seconds remaining, nothing crazy, but it's good enough. For our next run, just for the bans, let's go ahead and use Tenjiro by himself. Let's see how this goes. Probably not the best build. I should have gone with like recharge and also full stamina. We'll see how it goes though. Damage is looking good here. But it's going to slow down. I feel like I should have went with recharge. Let's back up. Again, worth mentioning that his SA2 and 3 can actually do damage in this quest. Okay. Looking good on play time. Let's back it up. Take out all the minions when we can. Got a status proc. Lovely. That was not intended. Remember, he can inflict stars, but only on his SA1, normal attack, and soul bomb. There we go. Just in time for us SA2 to come back. Let's use that now. Lost a bit of force down. That's fine though, because we can use our SA3. Got a status proc. Lovely. This is how I'm working. Can we clear it in 15 seconds? 1 million damage on that normal attack. That is crazy. There we go. Can we clear up all the mini mobs? 1.5 there. 800 there. And there we go. We were able to solo with Tenjiro. So it looks like if you have Tenjiro or Quincy Ichigo, you can solo it by themselves. Combined though, of course, you're going to get a much better play time. And then for our final team, just to see how far this team can make it, I'm not expecting this to actually work. Let's use 3 characters that don't have killer. In this case, I'm not expecting everyone to like even have this team or even replicate it. I don't even know if I'd recommend it. But just to see if it is possible, we're going to use now a max transcended Grammy as our leads. And with that, we're using the same exact build. Then we're going to be using 1000 Yubadura Aizen and also Nelio right now, like the 2 general good normal attack damage units with gauge effects. That also can provide the team with barriers and also buffs. Maybe if this team was like all max transcended, they would be able to beat it. But I am curious to see nonetheless how far we actually can take it with a team like this. Because we are kind of getting to that point. Granted, it's really only Kenpachi where we can actually use characters that have like no killer and still actually beat the quest. So let's use our SA2. Inflict the Star Summon, and then now we let our 2 Nat characters do the job, do their damage, which is, I mean, to be fair, our Grammy's doing a lot of damage here too. It is slow, but like, it is quite noteworthy here. Let's SA3, then 2, then a 1. We're building up the gauge though, like this might actually speed up a tad bit. There we go, the gauge is active, boosts have been reapplied. Hold on, fellas. Surely not. Nah, it's going to slow down here. I mean, we have a soul bomb too if we can defense, but I'm not too sure. Maybe I want to use my EX twice, to be fair. Because we haven't used the EX once yet. Alright, let's soul bomb here. Into the 1. Then 2. EX is about to... Oh, not EX, but the gauge is off Aizen. Can we brute force our way through this? Surely not in 6 seconds, right? EX. SA2. Fellas. It is very close. It is very close. Let me chat out once more. So we're going to make this our last run because I've now realized during this run that Aizen 1 needs to inflict the Star Summon. We can need him to get the Star Summon. And then also, most importantly, we need to kind of get Aizen into the middle where he can't get inflicted with freeze. Because you'll see there, freeze can actually be an issue. I didn't realize it at the time, but Aizen's not immune to freeze. And we don't have Orihime in our team to carry us. So where's Aizen? See, look at him. He's just getting frozen. It's not a consistent one. We got super lucky in our first run. And had we actually given Aizen that immunity, we would have been in first go, which is like super cool. So it is possible for you to beat the very hard Guild Quest without a team with killer. But it's going to take too many resets. And I'm not trying to reset for that long, you know. Let's use our SP boost there. Can Aizen get an attack boost? Doesn't seem like he can. And this is kind of why we don't see attack boost that often. Granted, this might not be the best example, but it is the reason why we don't see attack boost on Guild Quest characters. It's because it's inconsistent. You likely want your main to inflict the Star Summon, and then that therefore means that your side, in this case Aizen, can't get a Star Summon off, and therefore he can't get his attack boost. So that's why, little side tangent, we don't see the attack boost return, which is kind of unfortunate, because it's a really good skill, and it's fun to use characters like this. But in Guild Quest, as sides, it's inconsistent. Unfortunately, we weren't able to beat it with this particular team, but it is possible. It is possible, and we almost did it on our very first run. With that said though, lads, that was the video for today, tackling the ranged human guild quest. Not as bad as I thought it would be. The lack of options is still definitely there, but it wasn't as bad as I thought. In Nightmare GQ, it's going to be a different story. You're probably going to need TENJIRO more so in the Nightmare guild quest, but that's only like here once a while, and there's no guarantee we even get the Nightmare ranged human GQ for quite some time. And by the time we do get that, likely we will also get a new character to go along with it. But yeah, if you've been playing this game for a while, you likely have Queen's TENJIRO, and that honestly is enough. At least from the seams of it. If you have good accessories, good links, you should be relatively fine. If you have TENJIRO though, it's going to be even better. You can overall clear a lot faster. But TENJIRO seems to be the MVP for this quest, and you can pair TENJIRO with someone like 9th Anniversary Grammy and still get a really good play time. Very similar to what I was getting with Queen's TENJIRO, funny enough. Either way though, let me know what team you guys are using, what score did you get? I'm curious to know, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, and peace.